like ax square plus bx plus es.
अगर आप -x की मिड टर्म ब्रेकिंग कर लें,
Wait for a second. Just let me check. Minus x. So parent it look like that. There might be something wrong. Wait for a second. That I'm doing. Wait for a second. There is a slight mistake somewhere. Wait. Okay. Yes, I got the point. My camera is stuttering again and again. We just cancel it out. We will go by midterm breaking. It is possible, obviously. So what will you do? I will rewrite it here. 2x plus 1 equals to 0. So x square minus x plus 1 equals to 0. So x will be taken out common. X minus 1 minus 1 will be taken as common. So x minus 1 equals to 0. So you will get two answers, that x equals to 1 and x equals to 1. So we have gotten three answers. So we will substitute all these answers into this equation that is called the solution set. Because the questions are already quite lengthy, so 1 comma minus 2 comma minus 1, right? These type of questions. This is how you will get the answer. So solution set will be like this one. Now if I recall the whole question from the very beginning, this is a reciprocal. You can see that it's almost 2-page question, and needs a lot of attention, obviously. Otherwise, you won't be able to understand it. So this was a reciprocal equation, as I started from the beginning. Wait for a second. I'm just explaining the question from the very beginning. Wait. Okay. For this question, as I told you earlier from the very beginning, I'm just giving you a recall. This is a reciprocal equation, and in all the reciprocal equations, you have to divide all the terms by x squared. This is the first task. And then once it has been done, you have to collect the terms in a particular order. And what is the order? That you will arrange x square and 1 over x square type terms in one bracket, and x and 1 over x type terms in another bracket. And then because you can see that if this is, as I just told you in the example, that this is such type of equation that if you will replace x and 1 over x in this equation, it will not be affected. Similarly, this part 2 will not be affected if x is replaced by 1 over x. This equation would remain as it is. So the first task is this, that you have to convert from this shape of the question to this shape of question, so that we can convert ultimately in the next step to the quadratic form. So first this arrangement is done, then you will go for the substitution. I have taken 2 common from first term, and then I have started the substitution. So x plus 1 over x equals to t, and then you will take the square on both sides. Once you will take the square on both sides, what will happen? X square plus 1 over x square, by scaling again, so t square minus 2, it will become x square plus 1 over x square. So t square minus 2 will be the simplified value for x square 1 over x square. Now both of these yellow box values will be substituted into equation number alpha, that is above this equation number alpha. And once you will substitute it, you will see that the equation will be reduced to quadratic equation in terms of another variable t, like this one. Once you will do it, the equation will be reduced into quadratic form. So quadratic in t, it will be converted into quadratic t. So once the equation is converted into quadratic in t, so you will get two answers of t, as I have done on the next page. So quadratic equation is formed and then two factors are formed. Then in the very next page, we have separately solved values of t. Like first t is equals to minus 5 by 2, and other side t is equals to 2. So we have assumed in this question that x plus 1 over x equals to t. So substitute the value of t because this was assumed in the beginning of the question. So we have converted this t value back into in terms of x because question is in terms of x. So we will take the LCM. Same we have done right here. We have taken the LCM. In both of these stages, we have taken the LCM. So by taking LCM, you will do the cross multiplication, and then once the multiplication is done, you will put them in some order, like in the form of quadratic equation. This is a quadratic equation in x now. So if the midterm breaking is possible, so you should go for it. We will go for the whenever it is possible. So you will from here you will get two answers: x equals to minus 2 and x equals to minus 1 by 2. Same is done for the second part. If from here we are getting only one answer, that is x equals to 1. So once you are writing the solution set, so you will in the solution set you can write one number at a time. Means x equals to 1, x equals to 1. There are two ones, but you would not write two times. You will just place it one time in the solution set. So these are the three answers for this question. So it is the end of the question. Now we are moving to the next type of question, that is starting from, this is called exponential form of equation. Right? I'm telling you which type of questions are relevant to the exponential type of equations. So this is exponential type of equations. So let me first introduce you which are the exponential equations. So exponential equations are such equations in which variable occurs, I'm just writing a little bit about it, are such equations in which a variable occurs as exponent of constant. This is the definition, and I am also writing examples. Variable becomes the power of exponent. So how will you do it? It will become, like for example, 4 is to power x. 4 is a constant and x is a variable. This variable in the variable is becoming as an exponent or as power, right, of the constant. Like you can see that it is such an example. For example, this is equals to some number 5. So it is this type of equations in which a variable occurs as exponent or the constant. So that equation is called exponential equations. It is called exponential equation. Okay, wait for a second. Let me check that is there anyone who is interested to join now, because I'm starting the next type of question. Wait for a second. Okay, the exponential equation is like this one, that how to solve these type of exponential equations. 5 minutes has already wasted. So what is the procedure for the solution of the equations? That you have to see that whenever if you see it, you will always assume or take the substitution for the middle term, not from the beginning or the first part. So you will assume let 2 raised to power x equals to some variable t or y or any other letter. Let's suppose. So label it as equation number 1. So what will you do? That you will take up the terms and then you will solve it. For example, 2 raised to power x is equals to t. So then you have to separate the term 2 raised to power 2x dot 2 raised to power 1. So this step is important, that how did I perform. You will see that I have reduced the equations to like this. minus 9 times 2 raised to power x plus 1 equals to 0. So what I have done, 2 raised to power x is written separately, and you will notice that we have substituted 2 raised to power x equals to t. And I have broken this 2 raised to power 2x plus 1 into two parts, 2 raised to power 2x and dot 2 raised to power 1. You can see that this whole power is with single power 2, single base 2, single base 2. So this 2 is separated with 2x, and this 2 base is separated with power 1 separately right here in this position. And now you can see that what I have substituted 2 raised to power x, if you take it square, like 2x whole square on both sides, it will become t square. But this 2x whole square will actually generate 2x raised to power 2 equals to t square. So if I separate this part from like this one, this is the original statement of the question. So I have separated it from the substitution procedure. 2 raised to power x, by squaring it will become 2 raised to power 2x equals to t raised to power 2. So this is the value of t raised to power 2. So now what is the next procedure? 4 into 2 will become, 4 into 2 will become, that is 8, 2 raised to power 2x, 9 times 2 raised to power x plus 1 equals to 0. So these two numbers will be first multiplied because they are the normal constants, so get them multiplied. Fine. So by the multiplication, so what will you do by the multiplication? 8 times 2 raised to power 2x, 9 times 2 raised to power x. Now you are in a position to substitute the values. Like in place of 2x, I would write t only, and in place of 2 raised to power 2x, I will substitute equation number 2, that is t square and plus 1 equals to 0. So now it is, because again the target of the question is this, that we will first convert the expression into quadratic equation. We will quadratic equation in t. The first task is this, that we will convert any question into the quadratic form. So you can see that in originally this was a question. I have not written the question number. This was question number 12, and in question number 12, starting from this question number 12, we have converted this question into the quadratic form. At the end, or the last step which I have just performed, we have converted this exponential equation of the statement of question number 12 is converted into the quadratic equation at the last step. Now we are going to simplify it, and then we will find the answers, like 8t square minus 9t plus 1 is there. So I will go for midterm breaking, and this is easily been done by two factors, ht minus t minus 1 minus 1t t minus 1 equals to 0. And two factors will be like 8t minus 1 t minus 1 equals to 0. So we will get 8t minus 1 equals to 0, and we will get t minus 1 equal to 0. So you will separate them together. So t will become equals to 1 by 8, and t will become equals to 1. Now you have gotten the values of t, but you should remember that in the question we were provided an equation and an exponential equation which was in terms of x. So you have to find the value of x. For that one, substitute 2 raised to power x equals to 1 by 8. So 1 by 8 is there. If you shift 8 on into the numerator and make it as power of base of 2, you can write 8 as 2 raised to power 3. And I have shifted this 8 in from denominator to numerator as well in the next step. So it will become 2 raised to power minus 3. Same will be done right here. 2 raised to power x equals to 1. If you compare both sides, you will see bases are same. So by comparing directly, you will get value of x equals to minus 3. So I have done it by comparing exponents or powers. If you will compare the powers on both sides, you will get x equals to minus 3.
Sir,
So this is the
ये
first
आप
value.
दोबारा समझा सकते हैं?
Okay, wait for a moment. Let me finish the question. If you remember that in class 9, we have learned that any number whose power is 0, it is always equals to 1. So 1 is written. Can I write 1 as 2 raised to power 0? Because every number whose power is 0, this is equals to 1. So I'm just for your convenience, I'm writing it 2 raised to power 0 because on both sides bases are same. Or it is an equation. Both sides bases are same and it is an equation, or both are equal in other words. So that means x, both will be equal only if x equals to what? 0. Same is done on left hand side. 1 over 8 is actually, you can write it as 2 raised to power 3 in denominator, and in the next step we will shift it into the numerator. So it will become 2 raised to power minus 3, and then you will see that x raised to power minus 3 is there. So there are the two answers. You would write the solution set. One is 0 and the other one is minus 3, like this one. Okay, ask the question now. The question is right in front of you, so you should, anything you want to ask again, I would like to answer. It is important question because in exponential equation, you will see that the volume of the question is not as lengthy as it was in the previous type of questions. So these questions are what I can say. If you will become expert enough, so you can consider it as a short question as well. Okay, yes, ask the question then so that we can move. Otherwise, if there is no problem, I will move to the next question. And in 5 minutes this meeting will be ended. I would recommend that please add further 10 minutes so that we can finish this exercise 1.3. Only one type of question is left, so I wanted if the meeting is finished, so you will just simply rejoin with me, right? And then I will take the attendance as well. Okay, listen, you want to ask anything, any part, or you want to ask anything from this question? It's very important question, and I told you earlier last time that all these questions are exactly available in the grade 11 syllabus for algebra. If there are no problem, we are starting the next question. Next type of question, that is the last type, and I will first introduce you that which type of questions are there. So if you look at the textbook, if you have the books with you, I wanted to tell you that is on page number, exponential equations is, definition of exponential equation is on page number 10, and we are going to solve question number type of question that is on page number 11. In the beginning, right above exercise 1.3, there is a written as the type of the equation which is of the form. So which type of the question? This type of question. X plus a, b, c, x plus a, x plus b, x plus c, x plus d, and x plus d. You people have done these type of question in grade 9, but those were for the sake of factorization. So right here, this is similar sort of question, but you have to solve it. Fine, this type of questions are there. We are asked to solve it. So it is a type which is written on page number 11, and it is a last. This type of questions are the last two parts of the exercise. So let me share with you that which type of which type of questions are in the exercise. So if you look at the last two parts, that is 15 and 16, these are the two such type of, I have written type number 5, question number 15 and 16. These are two type of questions which are exactly similar to this one. And I am also telling you that you people have learned this type of questions in grade 9, where you people have done the factorization of these type of questions. So similarly, we are doing the same thing again, and let me tell you that how to solve it. So let me write the question. It is a type of a question. I am writing two parts. There are two parts. Let me write the one statement. For your convenience, I should take question number 16. 15, 16 are similar type of questions. So you will take it x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 8, and x plus 5. plus 360 equals to 0. It is a statement of the question. How to proceed it? We have done it before. You must remember that for the solution of this equation, what you should do, you have to see that the sum of which two constant is same. Like minus 8 and minus 5 will generate minus 3. Minus 1, minus 2 will generate minus 3 again. So you will pair up these two terms. Like these two will be first paired up and last two terms will be paired up on the criteria that the sum of the constant should be same. So the sum of the constant should be same. But are you getting the correct screen? Because Fatma Sohail is saying that she is not getting the screen correctly. I feel that screen should be quite clear and it's working very well. Yes, girls. Get these two terms multiplied. So it will become x square minus 2x minus 1x plus 2 and x square minus plus 5x minus 8x and 8 5s are 40 plus 360 equals to 0. So once you will simplify these expressions, you will notice that first two terms will become identical in both of these brackets, in first and in the second bracket. So x square minus 3x minus 40 plus 360 equals to 0. So that is the form requirement that I'm just telling you. You will notice that these two are identical terms in both the brackets. So the first task is this, that you have to convert this expression into the quadratic form. So how would you do it? You will substitute what this similar part, x square minus 3x, we name it as, for example, some variable t. And you will write it in both the brackets, t plus 2 and t minus 40 plus 360 equals to 0. So you will simplify them. We have less than a minute and this will be disconnected for next 5 to 10 minutes. Please, I would not take more time. It's the last question.